What's up, guys? It's that one Total Drama Guy, and today I have a special guest. Please welcome the person that I'm collabing for his 200 subscriber special and my 250 subscribers special, Mr. Aiden, aka person who likes animated goths. Go check him out. He makes amazing content. Get him to 250 subscribers now. Every single person watch his version of the video. Watch my version of the video. Subscribe to me if you're new. If you're watching this from his video on his channel, just go check him out. And yeah, today we have combined forces to give you the video, What If Harold Never Quit in World Tour. So I'll let Mr. Aiden explain most of this, but I just wanted to say hi to those who don't know me, and if you're watching this from Aiden's channel, I'm also a What If YouTuber, and I have many other What If videos. Go check them out. If you don't like me, that's completely fine, but subscribing is for free. I'll lead you to Aiden.
Thank you, that one Total Drama Guy, for that introduction. It really means a lot to me. And moving on, we are doing Total Drama What If Harold Never Quit in World Tour. But before we get on to that, I do want to congratulate myself and that one Total Drama Guy for reaching these milestones. I haven't celebrated any milestones up until now, which I do regret, but hopefully this will make it up. Okay, now let's hop right into the What If Harold Never Quit in World Tour, episode 3. And moving on to the actual my way of this video, what if Harold didn't quit in episode 3, Happy Fun Time Japan? For Harold not to quit, it would be he doesn't fall for Alejandro's manipulation skills. So instead, Lashana votes CJ, Harold votes CJ, Lindsay votes TJ, Bridget votes TJ, TJ votes himself off, DJ's gone. No matter what. If it's not Harold, it's TJ in this situation. Episode 4, Anything You Can Do, I Can Do Better, is next up. And yeah, Team Chris and Team Amazon both win. And I don't see Team Victory pulling it off because Lashana is pulling the sled and Bridget gets stuck to a pool. Lashana pulling the sled means that she probably gets distracted by Alejandro at some point in the challenge, which makes them go a little slower. So I do think Lashana is in the bottom 2. But Bridget's also in the bottom 2 for this episode due to her kissing a pool. I feel like Harold and Lindsay blame Bridget more for this elimination ceremony, though, and vote her off. Episode 5, Broadway Baby. Nothing really of note here. Team Chris and Team Victory both win. Team Amazon would vote off Heather, but it's a non-elimination, and Heather still throws the meat grinder out the plane. And then the aftermath. The aftermath is Bridget and DJ getting interviewed, and Bridget sings her sorry song to Jeff. Episode 7 is usually the episode where we would see Lashana get eliminated. And I still think Team Victory loses because of Alejandro. But now I don't see Lashana getting out. Because I think both Harold and Lashana would agree that Lindsay goes out. Because Harold doesn't want to vote off Lashana. And they both just vote off Lindsay. Sadly, I know Lindsay's a good character who actually carries a lot of the challenges, if you didn't notice. And I feel bad, but I don't see a world where Harold votes off Lashana instead of Lindsay. Tyler's very sad about Lindsay going home. And yeah, I think Gwen and Courtney are starting to really like each other. And I don't think Sierra really likes Gwen of right now. And over here, Alejandro and Noah are probably having drama. And I feel like Izzy takes Noah's side due to their E-Scope alliance. And Tyler takes Alejandro's side. and Owen's kind of in the middle. I feel like due to all this drama, I feel like Noah definitely likes Izzy a lot more than he does in the original. When and Team Amazon goes to elimination, where I believe it would be either Gwen or Heather going out, but it's not elimination, so it doesn't really matter. Moving on to episode 9. This is the episode where Lindsay actually usually gets eliminated. I feel as if now Team Victory easily wins due to Lindsay winning this challenge all by herself, only for DJ to make her lose. And then Team Amazon beats Team Chris by a split second. And I feel as if the drama between Alejandro and Noah really escalates this episode because they lose. And it's Noah and Alejandro versus... No, it's Noah and Izzy versus Alejandro and Tyler. I feel as if Owen was forced to choose. He would choose his girlfriend and his best buddy over the guy he just met a couple weeks ago. And I know he likes Tyler to some degree. I just don't think he likes Tyler more than Izzy and Noah. So, yeah, main villain of the season is out in episode 9. Crazy. Episode 10 is next up, and this is a non-elimination episode. Team Amazon would lose and end up voting out either Courtney, Sierra probably, but it's non-elimination. Episode 11, without Alejandro here to sabotage Team Victory, I believe they win. Izzy and Owen go to the infirmary, and Gwen goes there eventually too. But I feel as if Team Chris can do a decent job with just Noah and Tyler. Team Amazon still wins the first part of the challenge because of Gwen, until Gwen gets sent to the infirmary. And then Izzy gets taken away and is one of the eliminations for today. And then Team Chris, I feel, pulls off the win here. Because they win in the original. I don't know if it's really due to Alejandro, but I feel as if they would win. Team Amazon loses, and Cody wants Sierra out more than anything. I feel like Sierra wants Heather out, and so do Gwen and Courtney. Heather goes to Cody and agrees to vote out Sierra, but tells Cody to get more and more close and friendly with Gwen and stop spending so much time around Sierra, which is pretty hard because Sierra's obsessed. But he does something notably that makes Sierra jealous enough to go to Heather and tell her to vote out Gwen. Heather agrees, Sierra votes Gwen out, but Heather agreed to vote out Sierra with Cody. And then Courtney and Gwen vote out Heather. This is a tiebreaker between Heather and Sierra, in which Cody would be distracting Sierra by telling her something like he loves her, which would make Sierra so happy that she forgets about the tiebreaker challenge, allowing Heather to win the challenge, sending Sierra home. Moving on, we have the aftermath where they would interview Brainzilla / Izzy, Sierra, Alejandro, and Lindsay. Episode 13, the last episode I will have until the last 2 episodes of this My Way, is an episode where Duncan comes back. Let's just get Duncan all the way up there. And he would join Team Chris as a prize. Team Amazon wins first class for kidnapping Duncan. But now, with Team Victory here, Team Chris doesn't lose because they kidnap Jack the Ripper, meaning a tiebreaker challenge between Lashana and Harold would have to happen. I believe the tiebreaker would be more or so a hide and seek due to the challenge, in which Harold uses his mad skills and beats Lashana. sending Lashana home. Making Harold very sad. He probably kisses Lashana before she leaves. And that's it. Let's just go over everything that's happened in the first half of this season. Ezekiel goes home second after Duncan in episode 1. DJ episode 3. Bridget episode 4. Nobody in episode 5. Nobody in episode 6, Aftermath. Lindsay in episode 7. Nobody in episode 8. Alejandro in episode 9. Nobody in episode 10. Izzy and Sierra in episode 11. Nobody in the Aftermath, which is episode 12. And finishing off the first half is Lashana in episode 13. We have Gwen, Courtney, Cody, and Heather remaining on Team Amazon. Tyler, Duncan, Noah, Owen remaining on Team Chris, and Harold remaining on Team Victory. I'm going to turn you over to that one total drama guy now. Thank you for watching this first half, and I'll be back to you for the last 2 episodes.
Thank you, Aiden, and we move on to episode 14, the Grease episode. In this episode, Gwen and Trent still kiss back in episode 13. Harold is sad that Lashana has left. Tyler saw Gwen and Duncan kiss. Noah's taking notice, and Owen is in the middle. So, first challenge, Gwen, Duncan, and Harold. I feel like Harold's just going to kind of be there as Duncan and Gwen sing. And he's probably going to sing about how much he misses Lashana. And Gwen wins, so that's a medal for Team Amazon. So 1 medal for Team Amazon, zilch for the other 2. And for the brawl challenge, it's still going to be Courtney, and then Cody's going to brawl as well. And it's going to be Tyler and Owen. Noah doesn't really have anything to say. Like, he probably would not want to brawl, so he can't, blackmail Tyler. I don't think Noah would want to blackmail. He just is noticing that something is happening. And I feel like the on-screen battle between Owen, Courtney, Cody, Tyler, and Harold, that would be really interesting. I think what would probably happen is that, Cody's going to get out, probably, almost immediately. Owen and Tyler, I feel like Team Amazon is going to win because of Courtney. It's going to come down to, Courtney and Harold, and Courtney's going to beat Harold, which means Team Amazon has 2 medals now. So that means the final challenge is between Harold and Noah. And this one's a little difficult to decide because Harold and Noah, they're both non-agile people. They're both very weak, scrawny. But I think Harold is a little upset over Lashana because he wanted to get eliminated there. But because it's total drama, they're going to do it like a gag. Where, Harold wants to get eliminated, but he doesn't get eliminated like they did with DJ. So I think Harold's going to lose to Noah, which means Harold goes home. We move on to episode 15, the Alien Challenge. It's going to be pretty simple. After Duncan punches the alien off of Tyler's face, they're left with the box and the alien, and in the original, they take the alien, but they can just take the box. So they take the box instead, and then Team Amazon, they come around. Since Courtney's no longer trying to sabotage, they already have the portal, so it's like a race against the clock. And that's when Noah's saying, because Noah has been noticing something's wrong with Tyler. He doesn't know what it's about, but he knows something's wrong. So Noah says, Tyler, tell everybody what's bothering you. And then Tyler finally burps it out because it's been 2 episodes and not 1 since Tyler's really bad at secrets. And Courtney flips out and Team Amazon loses the challenge. And because Heather realizes that she's in a very good position where she has full control over who gets eliminated. Because if she votes for Gwen, it's a tie. If she doesn't vote for Gwen, Courtney's eliminated. And I feel like Gwen will strike a deal that they'll vote off Cody instead of her if they lose the next challenge. And they agree. So Courtney's eliminated. And we move on to episode 16. And I think Team Chris is going to win because Team Amazon had 5 people in Team Krista 1. And now they have 3 people. So they're going to win. Definitely. Noah still throws like the dog at Cody. He spins out of control, so he's very dizzy in this like scenario. Gwen's obviously gonna double cross Heather and vote against her in this scenario, and Heather's gonna double cross Gwen and vote against her because it's Heather and Gwen. Heather did kiss Trent back in season 1, but Cody being all dizzy is gonna vote for himself by accident, which means it's a tie between the three. So the tiebreaker is going to come down, and Gwen's going to get eliminated because she's allergic to like the plant, which means we are in Merge, full action, baby. Episode 19. If you're wondering why Blanley isn't like introduced here and she's introduced in episode 20, I needed one non-elimination thing or like one thing to like back up episode 14. So it's like even numbers because it's in pairs. So I just decided put Blanley in episode 20 to episode 19, so there's pairs of 2 in here. So the pairs, it's going to be Owen and Noah, Duncan and Heather, and Tyler and Cody. Tyler and Cody are going to lose the first part of the challenge. They're going to spend a lot of time on the plane. They're going to talk. They're going to become friends. Duncan and Heather, they're going to be they're going to realize that they're like the only bad people left. They're the master strategists on their team besides like Noah, and they want to agree to get Noah eliminated. Owen and Noah, they're going to do good, but they're going to get second, and Duncan and Heather are going to win the challenge. So, here's what happens. Obviously, Noah wants to get rid of Duncan and Heather, but her army is going to strike back. And Cody's going to want to get rid of Duncan and Tyler, but they can't. So the only thing left to do is either vote for Noah or Owen. And I think it's going to be clear they vote for Noah because Noah's more snazzy. And I feel like Owen and Noah, they would just vote out Tyler. Sad to see Noah go. He was a very good strategist. Go watch my other Noah videos. I have 3 of them by now. I was thinking about doing a joke about doing the Redonkulous race one, just so I have it every season where Noah is eliminated and will fit what if on every Noah. I don't think I'm doing it though. I don't think anyone wants me to do a Redonkulous race what if. But we move on. Blanley's in the competition now, and all that matters for this challenge is if Owen can make it to the feast. I think it's possible. I think he could either ride the donkey or something else, and he's going to win the food thing. It's Owen. What'd you expect? Owen not to win? Wow. Cody's going to vote for Duncan. Heather and Owen are going to vote against Blanley because Blanley's driving Heather crazy. Duncan's going to go vote against Blanley. Blanley's going to vote against Heather. So that's 1 vote for Heather. And Tyler's gonna, it doesn't really matter who Tyler votes, I'll tell you in a second. So, it's 3 votes against Blanley, 2 votes against Duncan, 1 vote against Heather, which means Blanley's out of here. If that doesn't make sense, I'm sorry. It's always confusing when I organize it like that. Episode 21, the Safari episode, where they hunt Zeke down. I think it's either gonna be Duncan or Heather, probably Heather. I feel like she would have the upper edge, and I feel like this is when Heather could be able to butter up Owen. Well, not Heather, Duncan, I'd say, because the bro ship could be. Yeah, it's sad. I heard Cody and Tyler were talking about voting off Noah. I didn't want it to happen, man. I'm real sorry. I feel bad for you losing your best friend. We chill, though, right? Owen's gonna be like, yeah. So you're gonna vote for Cody with me, right? Yeah. I feel like he would vote out Cody because Duncan never really liked Cody, and that's a 3v2, which means Cody's gone, and we move on to episode 23, where it's either Heather or Duncan that wins. I think it's going to be the first part of the challenge. I think it's going to be Duncan. He gets the jackhammer, and I think Heather still finds the oil, gets stuck in the boulder, but Duncan, he has no malicious, he has no reason not to help Heather. They're in an alliance. He helps Heather out, and Duncan wins. This is when Heather realizes her mistake, but there's nothing she can do about it now because Duncan is officially in the final 3, and all of them vote out Tyler, which means Tyler's gone. He did good. Go watch my other 2 Tyler videos. Yeah, I just back to back for some reason. I have a horrible schedule plan. And for the final 2 episodes, I'll lead you back to Aiden to wrap all this up. Goodbye, take care, subscribe, both of our channels.
Thank you for that wonderful second half of the season. And it's time to finish off the last 2 episodes. The last 2 episodes are made up with our final three: Heather, Duncan, and Owen. And Tyler's still here, like how Sierra was still there. And Tyler, being the nice, loyal guy he is, would probably try and help Owen because he doesn't like Duncan, which is made very clear in the season. And why would he help Heather out of all people? So now, I think Duncan and Heather take the Alejandro and Heather route. And Owen, for the sakes of it, just makes a hot air balloon. But then again, I don't know why he would do that, because he hates flying. So maybe Owen just chooses a different transformation way. And I feel like Tyler would just be like motivating Owen throughout all this. And I feel as if Heather definitely gets there to episode 26, because I feel like she beats Duncan and Owen in the end. And between Owen and Duncan, I feel like they would get there at the same time. Tyler's still motivating Owen and like insulting Duncan for whatever reason. But like in this tiebreaker situation, I feel like Owen would go home. Not home, but would lose between him and Duncan, because Duncan's the stronger person, obviously. And I just don't see how Owen would win against Duncan. Unless unless Owen farts. But I don't know. I see Duncan winning that. However, I don't see Duncan winning the canon ending. I still think Heather wins canon ending and Duncan wins alternate ending. I feel like Heather's people would be Owen and now Harold, because Owen takes Cody's place of being, the one that everybody's rooting for, and the one that Harold probably ends up, doing the challenge for. So, oh yeah, Tyler gets out episode 23. And now, Heather would win episode 26 and Duncan would lose or be the alternate ending. And Duncan's helpers would be, I want to say Courtney and Gwen. Not Courtney, Gwen and Alejandro. Because Alejandro didn't get a lot of moments this season because he was eliminated episode 9. So they can have their bromance thing, plus Gwen's in love with Duncan and stuff. So let's move on to the outro.
Thank you guys for watching. Please check out both of our channels.
Yeah, I promise that one. Total Drama Guys videos are amazing.
Yep, so is Person Who Likes Animated Goths. Please check them out. Please subscribe to Person Who Likes Animated Goths. It would mean the world to me.
Like and subscribe to both our channels, and thank you, that one Total Drama Guy, for collabing with me today.
You're welcome, and thank you for collaborating with me. Take care, guys. See you in the next one. Goodbye.